What's going on, guys? This is Damien from the Lookout and welcome to our How to Play Exodia Gogeta VR guide. Yeah, this is the Gogeta deck that everyone's losing their minds over, and we're going to finally cover it because you might see it at your finals events. So you better know how this deck actually works. Big shout out to the Hill Twins and to Anthony who discovered this deck. I'm going to link their original deck profile in the description below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We are on our way to 1,500 subs. Maybe we'll make it by the finals. Maybe we'll make it. Now, roll the video.
Card Market is Europe's largest platform for all TCGs. Always find the right cards by buying and selling them across Europe with other players and collectors. Be it singles, boosters, booster boxes, or any other accessories, you name it. Card Market is the place to get them safely, securely, and readily available.
As always, let's start with the game plan. So this is an insanely fast, hyper aggro combo deck. Your entire goal is to win by turn 2 by cheating in a 35k triple strike dual attacker followed by the SS4 Broly Secret Rare. This deck needs to see the Broly, otherwise it just falls flat. If it doesn't see the Broly on time and if your opponent manages to counter you to survive, you can just fall flat, you can lose horribly. Anyway, let's dive into the deck starting with the leader. On the front side, our leader is Son Goku and Vegeta. This is an old leader from set 6, but it's a very cool one. He has this activate main, which will just help you speed up awakening on turn 2. Nothing else really matters. The only thing that matters is that he restands energy. When you awaken, you get to restand one of your energies and you draw one card. This activate main is only here to help you if you are stuck. If you don't have that final way to push for the 4th life, you can use the activate main. The awakened side, well, that's an entirely different story. On the awakened side, he is SSB Gogeta Fusion Perfected. This leader is also a Gogeta on the awakened side. That's very important to keep in mind. So, what about this leader? Well, what's the catch? Well, the catch is its activate battle once per turn. Basically, you discard a card, your leader gains plus 5k and double strike, and more importantly, your opponent can't activate any counter skills with energy cost of 2 or more, so no token negates for the rest of the turn. This is how you secure lethal on turn 2. Like, if your opponent cannot defend themselves with 1 energy, you swing for lethal. It's crazy. The Z Battle card from the Anniversary box, the newest Gogeta VR, is the card that makes this entire deck work. The deck is impossible without it. The only reason why this card really matters is because of its activate main. Activate main allows you to, for 1 energy, play your 8th drop from the hand on top of this Gogeta in active mode. So first you get to swing with this one and then you play the 8th drop in active mode. And the 8th drop is 35k triple strike dual attacker. For 1 energy, 35k triple strike dual attacker, that's crazy. And this is the 35k dual attacker with triple strike. This is the 8th drop old promo card, never reprinted, SSB Gogeta critical combination. Yes, you play this guy on turn 2. This is your boss monster. So even if you don't see an SCR, by turn 2, you still swing 35k twice, unless your opponent can stop you on 1 energy. That's not really gonna happen. Not really gonna happen. But after you attack with this guy twice, then you play your SS4 Broly Secret Rare and then you just swing for lethal. Finally, this is the Secret Rare. This is the card that your entire deck is based around. You're just trying to get to this guy by turn 2. If you don't have this card, please don't go and waste your money on it. It's super expensive. It's super expensive. And there is a good chance that something might happen to this deck, so don't go and spend like 150, 200 euros, dollars, whatever on this one card. If you have it, play the deck, of course. Play the deck if you have this card. But yeah, It has a permanent, it negs combo power by minus 5k, so it's almost impossible to defend against it. It gives your leader plus 10k, then your leader is a 30k double striker, your opponent cannot negate with token negates, you swing with this, you swing with your leader, and that's game. Here is the deck, I'm linking it in the description below. It's not my build, but that's basically the exact same deck that won the tournament in the US. I'm linking it in the description below. I did not have time to build it myself. But basically, yeah, we're gonna go over this deck in extreme details right now. Here are some key cards. These 4 cards plus Skinny Veku. But the card that makes the entire deck work, your Self-Awakener, is Son Goku Godly Aura. This card just got bought out in Europe. I don't know what's it like in NA. So hopefully you have it. Again, don't waste too much money on this deck. It's not been tested into extreme details. But anyway, Goku, if you have him, play the deck. Basically, when you Union Fusion with him, you get to take a life. And then you have like this Veku, you have the Skinny Veku, and you have Gogeta. You can Union Fusion into them for free. And Veku, what he does is you can send him to drop to get your fusion pieces back. So now you're getting the picture, right? You basically fuse with Godly Aura and Vegeta into Veku, then you get them back, you fuse again into Gogeta, now you took 2 life, you can use your leader's activate main, you can get like the 3rd life, and then like next turn you just awaken, fuse into anything, use activate main, doesn't matter. Then you have this Vegeta. He works well with the Gogeta card, I'll explain that a bit later. And finally Veku, and then you have the Skinny Veku. Yeah, those are your free fusion pieces. Not fusion pieces, those are your fusions, and on the left are fusion pieces. Not this Vegeta, by the way. Vegeta Godly Aura or Vegeta prepping for fusion. Not this one, don't fuse with this one if you can help it. Just to repeat in a way that it's easier to follow, Godly Aura, this is the card that makes the deck work. It allows you to awaken on turn 2 because whenever you use it in Union Fusion, you get a life. I mean, you may take a life. So if you can fuse, let's say like twice on turn 1, you grab 2 life, you use your leader's activate main, you grab the 3rd life, and then like next turn you either fuse into something or you use activate main or you just let your opponent hit you. Basically, you need this guy. You need this guy turn 1, otherwise things are gonna be a bit bad. This is what this life-taking combo looks like. So you Union Fusion with Son Goku Godly Aura, and in this case Vegeta Godly Aura, or just prepping for fusion, doesn't matter. You grab a life, because that's Goku's effect, you play Veku, you can swing with Veku, if you can you always swing with him, then you use his activate main, send him to the drop, and then you put your fusion pieces, Godly Aura and the Vegeta, back into your hand. You cannot play another Veku, another fat Veku, but you can play the Gogeta or you can play the Skinny Veku, so then you just fuse into them, then you grab a life again. The Skinny Veku has the same effect, you grab your combo piece, your fusion combo pieces back, rinse and repeat until you're down to 4 life. Another combo that can get you a lot of cards if you sequence it properly is this Vegeta plus Gogeta Time for Payback. Basically, when you fuse into Gogeta, you draw a card, you attack, you combo him off, then you use Vegeta's activate main to put the Gogeta back from your drop into your hand, and then you fuse again, because he doesn't have the same limitation as Veku. So as long as you have fusion pieces and you have these Vegetas, you can just keep on fusing into the guy, comboing him off, whatever, just putting him back into the hand, fuse, draw again. This is the combo, I'll show you how it works. Here is how the combo works. So you Union Fusion, you take a life, you play Gogeta, you draw a card, and then let's say you attack with your leader. Then you combo with this Gogeta, send him to the drop, you finish attack, you use Vegeta's activate main, you search the drop for the Gogeta, and you add him to your hand. You don't do this on turn 2, by the way. Like, you don't want to swing with your leader on turn 2, you need to swing with the awakened side. So maybe if you have enough combo pieces, enough fusion pieces, maybe you can play the Veku first, and then the Gogeta, and then swing with Veku and combo of the Gogeta. There's a lot of ways that you can do this. But basically, this is what, fusing into Gogeta and getting him back chain looks like. Let's briefly touch upon the SCR tutors. You're playing these cards to help you get the SCR from your deck, because when you play Kale for 1, Kale looks for a Saiyan. It doesn't say the cost. Reddit draws you 2 and then he bottom decks. Time's Choice Supreme Kai of Time also looks for a battle card, doesn't say the cost, and then it bottom decks. None of these cards shuffle, and that's super important because your SCR is somewhere in your deck. You don't want to shuffle your deck, you're just basically stacking him. Everything that you don't need, you just put it down to the bottom of the deck and you just draw more cards, tutor more, until you finally get to your SCR. Let's dive into the mulligan. Always hard mulligan for these 3 cards, not necessarily the same 3. You always need to hard mulligan for Son Goku Godly Aura. Always. Absolutely always. You need to see this card in your hand turn 1. Then you grab a Vegeta because you need to fuse, ideally Godly Aura, and then you look for a fusion. So either Veku, Fat Veku, Skinny Veku, or also ideally and a Gogeta. And of course, if you draw into your secret rare, you're just keeping it. Because of course you're keeping the secret rare, it's an easy win, lol. This time we're doing turns 1 and 2 a bit differently. Because there is so much variation in turn 1, we're not going over turn 1. I'm just going to give you a brief rundown. I'm just going to show you turn 2 and how you go from Gogetas into Broly and how you awaken and how you sequence all of this. That's what I'm gonna show you. Of course, we are assuming that you kept everything for the mulligan, that you're going first, and that you managed to drop yourself to 4 life, and that you will of course see your Broly SCR. Now let's see what this deck can actually do. Your turn 1 is always the same, as I've told you, just combo, just fuse with this guy, get down to 4 life as fast as you can, get down to like 5, and then let your opponent hit you. If they don't hit you, then just fuse into something, grab your 4th life. Don't get too low, although I don't think that there's anything in the game that can actually kill you turn 1. But anyway, that is your turn 1. Also, charge a Z energy, because you need it by turn 2 so that you can play your Gogeta VR. Let's go into your turn 2. This is how you win. You charge an energy, you pay 2 energy and you pay 1 Z energy. Play the Gogeta. Okay, now it's time to awaken. Gogeta's auto goes off, does nothing, doesn't matter. You awaken, you draw 1, you restand 1 energy. Then you attack with Gogeta, and during this attack, use your leader's activate battle. So your opponent cannot use counters with the cost of 2 or more anymore for the turn. That's it, that's gone. Then you finish the attack and you pay 1. This is how you win now. Now you play the 8th drop. It's time to attack. 35k triple strike, first swing, restand because of dual attack, swing again. Then if your opponent is still alive, Broly's activate main, you send an 8th drop to the drop area, you remove the Gogeta, slam the Broly down, give plus 10k to your leader. Your leader is now 30k double striker, and then you just swing. Swing with Broly. Broly gives minus 5k combo power to everything that your opponent has. You just negate all of their combos if they're not super combos. Swing for double strike. If they're somehow still alive, swing with the leader for double strike, and that's it. That's game. Let's dive into the summary. This is really an all or nothing deck. You're really going all in with this deck to win on turn 2, because if you don't kill your opponent by turn 2 or turn 3, you will lose horribly. You need the SCR for this deck, but I think that the deck can still perform well without it. So if you don't have the SCR, but you have all other pieces, go and try this deck. You're still swinging 35k double strike on turn 2, and your opponent cannot use like token negates. So it's still strong. This deck feels unfair to play against, because it can kill you when you're only on 1 energy. I don't think that this should be allowed. So if you ask me, this leads into non-interactive gameplay. It's once again like King Vegeta. Draw like, if you're playing red, draw Violent Rays or lose. And skip your first turn, because you need that 1 energy. Or like draw Nimbus, draw some negate, draw something, or you're just lost. That's super non-interactive. and that's why I don't like this deck, and that's why I think something might have to, end up on an errata list or something, because this isn't healthy. I mean, we need to see how consistent this deck is, but turn 2 kill when your opponent is only on 1 energy, not super healthy, but super fun to do. And yeah, the deck can break, and if it does break, you will just lose horribly. So try not to lose horribly. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this deck? Will you be abusing this crazy turn 2, potentially turn 2, maybe turn 3 kill? Are you going to take this deck to the finals and piss off people? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, this deck, crazy. I'm not sure where I land on, like, should it be hit, shouldn't it? I don't think that, like, killing your opponent on turn 2 is super interactive. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. I read all of your comments, I try to respond to everything, I love our little community, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are on our way to 1,500 subs, maybe we'll get there by next Saturday. And one last thing, if you want to hang out, I will be live streaming on YouTube. We'll go over this deck, we'll go over set 19. I'll be live streaming this Friday at 22, that's 10 o'clock Central European time. I hope to see some of you there. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.